right, let's drill down on what played out in Nigeria's capital market in other segments. At this point, joining us now, we have Bankole Odusonya as a chief dealer, Polaris Bank, joining me right here in the studio. It's great to have you, sir. Good morning.
Good morning, laddie.
Yeah, so, easing cycle. That has started in Nigeria with the MPC, cutting interest rates by 50 basis points and tweaking, the CRR. How is that, reflected in, yields, so far in the month of October? What did you see? Any interesting moves there?
Okay,
especially
so
in the fixed income market.
The fixed income market had priced that in before we saw the last cut in September. We have another MPC meeting coming in on 25th of November, and we expect another cut, because if you check, inflation has been on the decline for 5 months, but of particular concern to the MPC was the food inflation and core inflation. So we've seen 3 months of decline, and there's been a push for rate reduction generally to help reduce cost of production in Nigeria because of lending availability, that's liquidity in the credit market, and the pricing of credit. Loans were at higher than 30%, and now that rates are dropping, we're beginning to see some ease to that. So central bank on one hand is tightening to manage inflation, but on the other hand, they have to keep a fine balance to ensure that credit is available and credit is affordable. So we expect that to continue, and we expect another cut on the 25th.
And at the same time, we don't want to stoke inflation.
Oh no, we don't
going forward. How nervous did you get seeing that post by President Donald Trump, about Nigeria?
Yeah, it
and no aid. The threat of no aid coming to Nigeria. Did you get nervous there?
Yeah, we're not one of the highest recipients of aid ordinarily, but that's bad news. I mean, it calls for some. I mean, because this week we expect Nigerian government to offer Eurobonds, about $2.3 billion. Ordinarily, yields were expected to decline compared to what we issued last year, because the macros are better, the financials are better. We're finding some positive grounds off the reforms that we have done. So, but this news coming in a day before the issue, could spook a bit of the market and probably make some investors just pull back. But we expect that the government will step in quickly to address security, because it's a real issue. And then we need to start doing better on perception management, not just locally. Internationally, we need ambassadors that will engage and let the world know the truth. Yes, there are challenges. We're calling for help. We need tech, we need intelligence, and we need support. But perception management is very, very key, beyond boots on the ground, locally.
Right, and talking about the perception, management. How much of that is a factor for your currency, for the Naira? How much is it bullish or bearish for the Naira, in your opinion? The
Naira, we've had a bull run on the Naira. A lot of diaspora remittances who used to hold back and just sell a little bit are selling quickly, because we have seen the Naira drop from 1660 this same year to 1420 as at Friday, and there's a possibility we're going to break another psychological level of 14 in the next 6 weeks. It's a possibility if we manage the current situation well, but there's supply. The market is free. We've had a digitized market where the B-match system kicked off last year, December, and we're seeing trading. Without seeing the counterparties, you just put your demand, your offer, and your bid and demand, and then deals are settled automatically. So we're seeing that being expanded. The central bank is also looking to do that for fixed income market, where settlement and clearing will now move away from FMDQ to the central bank, also to have an oversight of FPIs that are in, the local investors, what is likely to mature next year, pre-election year, and how to prepare and plan for that. So it's a very liquid market. Perception management as to how it has affected FX, supply is there, there's no more middleman, issues, because we have a better digitized market, basically.
All right, so hopefully we'll have a bullish November for the Naira.
Oh yes,
even with what we've seen over the weekend.
Continue, because if you look at the external reserves since April, we have seen $5 billion growth since April, and if we look at another 6 months, if we had another 5 billion, we're inching closer to 50 billion mark. It's been a while since we've got there.
$50 billion.
Oh yes,
for our foreign reserves,
and that shows.
That'll be great to see.
That shows real movement.
And talking about dollars, thank you so much for coming on. Mr. Bankole Odusonya, chief dealer at Polaris Bank. Talking about dollars right now, let's get a check on what's playing out in the scene. That's the economic scene globally. That's in a moment. Stay with us.